Welcome to IAS Academy. Prior to the 2022 preliminary exam, we will cover 15 previous year MCQs daily in a video. That is a total of 2500 plus MCQs before the exam. So, let's start the session. Our first question is, which of the following statement is or are applicable to Jain doctrine? Options are, the surest way of annihilating karma is to practice penance. Every object, even the smallest particle, has a soul. Karma is the bane of the soul and must be ended. Select the correct answer using the codes given below. Here, answer to this question is option D. All the statements are correct. The Jains believe in karma and in the transmigration of the soul's salvation, or nirvana comes on getting rid of the cycle of birth and rebirth, and it can be attained by leading a pure life guided by threefold path of right faith, right knowledge, and right conduct. According to Jain doctrines, penance washes away all the blemishes and purges the soul of all karmic matter. Jainism believes that the cycle of rebirths and death will continue due to good or bad deed until liberation is achieved. So your answer to this question is option D. Question number 2. How did Sultan Qutbuddin Aibak die? Option A. He was treacherously stabbed to death by one of his ambitious nobles. Option B. He was killed in a battle with Tajuddin Ildiz, the ruler of Ghazni, who entered into contest with him over the capture of Punjab. Option C. He sustained injuries while besieging the fortress of Kalinjar in Bundelkhand and succumbed to them later. Option D. He died after a fall from his horse while playing Chogan. The answer to this question is option D. He died after a fall from his horse while playing Chogan. Aibak established a dynasty known as Slave Dynasty or the Mamluk Dynasty. He is most remembered for laying the foundation of Qutb Minar in Delhi. Qutb Minar was completed by Aibak's successor and son-in-law Iltutmish. Aibak died in a polo accident aged 60. He was succeeded by his son-in-law Shamsuddin Iltutmish. So your answer to this question is option D. Question number 3. Match list 1 with list 2 and select the correct answer using the codes. Here, Jagirdari system is land allotted to big feudal landlords. Riyatwari system is land allotted to each person with the right to sublet, mortgage transfer, gift or sell. Mahalwari system is revenue settlements made at village level. Zamindari system is land allotted to revenue farmers of rent collectors. So your answer to this question is option B, A1, B4, C2, D3. Feudal system of land ownership is referred to as Jagirdar system. Under the Zamindari system, the land revenue was collected from the farmers by the intermediaries known as Zamindars. Under the Riyatwari system, peasants were the owners of their land. The land revenue was paid by the farmers directly to the state. Under the Mahalwari system, the land revenue was collected from the farmers by the village headman on behalf of the whole village. Question number 4. Match list 1 with list 2 and select the correct answer using the codes. Here, Chittagong Armory Raid is related to Kalpana Dutt. Abhinav Bharat is related to Vikram Damodar Savarkar. Anushilan Samadhi is related to Aurobindo Ghosh. Kyuka Moman is related to Guru Ram Singh. So your answer to this question is option A, A1, B3, C4 and D2. Kalpana Dutt is related to Chittagong Armory Raid. It was an attempt by armed Indian independence fighters led by Surya Sen on 18th April 1930 to raid the Chittagong Armory of police and auxiliary forces in the Bengal Presidency of British India. Abhinav Bharat Society or Young India Society was a secret society founded by V.D. Savarkar and his brother in 1904. Initially founded at Nasik as Mitra Meda, the society was associated with several revolutionaries and political activists with branches in various parts of India and London. Anushilan Samadhi was a Bengali Indian organization that supported revolutionary violence as the means for ending British rule in India. In the year 1902, it was founded by Satish Chandra Basu and the other three accomplices, Pramda Mitra, Aurobindo Ghosh and Sarla Devi. Baba Ram Singh started the Kyuka movement, the Namtari movement of which the Kyuka movement was the most important phase aimed at overthrowing the British rule. Members of the movement raised voice against foreign rule at a time when people feared most barbaric approach of the rulers. The Kyuka followers actively propagated the civil disobedience. They played significant role in historic non-cooperation movement of India. So the answer to this question is option A. Question number 5. Which of the following is or are famous for sun temples? Options are Arsavalli, Amarkantak, Omkareshwar. Select the correct answer using the codes given below. Here answer to this question is option A, Arsavalli. Arsavalli Sun Temple is a 7th century AD Sun Temple at Arsavalli in Andhra Pradesh. Amarkantak is a pilgrim town in Madhya Pradesh. The Amarkantak region is a unique natural heritage area and is the meeting point of Vindhya and Satpura ranges, with the Michael Hills being the fulcrum. Omkareshwar is a Hindu temple dedicated to God Shiva. It's on an island called Shivapuri in the Narmada river. So your answer to this question is option A, Arsavalli. Question number 6. Which among the following does not border Lithuania? Options are Poland, Ukraine, Belarus, Baltic Sea. Here answer to this question is option B, Ukraine. Ukraine does not border Lithuania. The border countries to Lithuania are Latvia, Russia, Belarus, Poland, and Baltic Sea is located in the west of Lithuania. The Baltic Sea is an arm of Atlantic Ocean enclosed by Denmark, Estonia, Finland, Germany, Latvia, Lithuania, Poland, Russia, Sweden, and the North and Central European plain. So her answer to this question is option B, Ukraine. Question number 7. Which one of the following is not a biosphere reserve? Options are Agastyamalai, Nallamalai, Nilgiri, and Panchmahi. Here answer to this question is option B, Nallamalai. Nallamalai is not a biosphere reserve. The Nallamala ranges are sections of Eastern Ghats which form the eastern boundary of Rayalaseema region of state of Andhra Pradesh and Nagarkurnool district of state of Telangana. Nilgiri, Agasthyamala and Panchmahi all are biosphere reserves. Nilgiri spread across Tamil Nadu, Karnataka and Kerala. Agasthyamala spread across Kerala and Tamil Nadu. And Panchmahi spread across Satpura ranges of Madhya Pradesh. So her answer to this question is option B, Nallamalai. Question number 8. Which one of the following statement is not correct? Option A, Rourkela Steel Plant. The first integrated steel plant in the public sector of India was set up with Soviet Union collaboration. That is incorrect. Option B, Salem Steel Plant is a premier producer of stainless steel in India. That is correct. Option C, Maharashtra Electrosmelt Limited is a subsidiary of Steel Authority of India Limited. That is correct. Option D, Visakhapatnam Steel Plant is a unit of Rashtriya Ispat Nigam Limited. That is also correct. So her answer to this question is option A. Rourkela Steel Plant, the first integrated steel plant in the public sector in India, was set up with German collaboration with an installed capacity of 1 million tons. Salem Steel Plant, a special steel unit of SAIL, pioneered the supply of wider width stainless steel sheets. Steel Authority of India Limited had merged with Maharashtra Electrosmelt. The company had received the approval for merger of MEL from Ministry of Corporate Affairs. Rashtriya Ispat Nigam Limited, the corporate entity of Visakhapatnam Steel Plant, is a Navaratna PSC under the Ministry of Steel. So her answer to this question is option A. Question number 9. With reference to dugong, a mammal found in India, which of the following statement is or are correct? It's a herbivorous marine animal. That is correct. It is found along the entire coast of India. That is incorrect. It is given legal protection under the Schedule 1 of Wildlife Protection Act 1972. That is correct. Select the correct answer using the codes given below. Here answer to this question is option C. Statement 1 and 3 are correct. Dugong, also called sea cow, is one of the 4 surviving species in the order Sirenia, and it's the only existing species of herbivorous mammal that lives exclusively in the sea, including India. According to a 2013 survey report of the Zoological Survey of India, there were only about 200 dugongs in Gulf of Mannar in Tamil Nadu, Andaman and Nicobar Islands, and Gulf of Kutch in Gujarat. Dugongs are seen in Gulf of Mannar, Park Bay, Andaman and Nicobar Islands, and Gulf of Kutch in India. They are listed as vulnerable on the IUCN Red List and are protected in India under Schedule 1 of Wildlife Protection Act 1972. Dugongs are an important part of marine ecosystem and their depletion will have effects all the way up the food chain. Proper conservation is the only way to save dugong from extinction. So her answer to this question is option C. Question number 10. Match list 1 with list 2 and select the correct answer using the codes. Article 54, Election of President of India. That is correct. Article 75, Appointment of Prime Minister. That is correct. Article 155, Appointment of Governor of a State. That is correct. Article 164, Appointment of the CM and Council of Minister of a State. That is also correct. So her answer to this question is option A, A1, B2, C3 and D4. Article 54 deals with election of the President of India. Article 75 deals with appointment of the Prime Minister. Article 155 deals with appointment of the governor of a state. Article 164 deals with appointment of the chief minister and council of minister of a state. So her answer to this question is option A. Question number 11. Consider the following statements regarding political parties in India. Options are: Representation of People Act 1951 provides for the registration of political parties. That is correct. Registration of political parties is carried out by the Election Commission. That is correct. A national level political party is one which is recognized in 4 or more states. That is correct. There are 6 national parties recognized by the Election Commission. That is incorrect. Which of these statements is or are correct? Here answer to this question is option B. Statement 1, 2 and 3 are correct. Registration of political parties is governed by the provision of Section 29A of the Representation of People Act 1951. According to the Election Commission, any party seeking registration has to submit an application to the Commission within a period of 30 days following the date of its formation as per guidelines prescribed by the Commission. A party is recognized as a national party if it is recognized as a state party in 4 states, or if it secures 6% of valid votes polled in any 4 or more states at a general election to the Lok Sabha, and in addition, it wins 4 seats in the Lok Sabha from any state or states. India has a multiple party system. As of January 2022, India has 8 national parties and over 50 recognized state parties. So her answer to this question is option B. Statement 1, 2 and 3 are correct. Question number 12. Consider the following statements regarding high courts in India. Options are: there are 18 high courts in the country. That is incorrect. 3 of them have jurisdiction over more than 1 states or union territories. That is incorrect. No union territory has a high court of its own. That is incorrect. Judges of the high court hold office till the age of 62. That is correct. Which of these statements is or are correct? Here answer to this question is option D. Statement 4 only is correct. The highest judicial court in a state is High Court. Currently, India has 25 high courts established in different states of the country. Calcutta High Court is the first high court of the country. Bombay, Kolkata, Madras, Guwahati, Kerala, Punjab and Haryana, Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh. These high courts share more than 1 jurisdiction. Delhi has its own high court. No judge of the high court should be of more than 62 years of age. So her answer to this question is option D. Question number 13. Global Financial Stability Report is prepared by. Options are European Central Bank, International Monetary Fund, International Bank for Reconstruction and Development, Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. Here answer to this question is option D. International Monetary Fund, IMF. IMF releases the Global Financial Stability Report twice in a year, that is in April and in October. The report provides an assessment of the global financial system and markets and address emerging market financing in a global context. It focuses on current market conditions, highlighting systemic issues that could pose a risk to financial stability and sustained market access by emerging market borrowers. There is a difference between Global Financial Stability Report and Financial Stability Report. While the former is released by IMF, the latter is released by RBI. So her answer to this question is option B. Question number 14. Which of the following is or are the indicator or indicators used by IFPRI to compute the Global Hunger Index report? Options are undernourishment, child stunting, child mortality. Select the correct answer using the codes given below. Here answer to this question is option C. All the above are correct. India's ranking in Global Hunger Index 2021 is 101 out of 116 countries. In 2020, India's rank was 94 out of 116 countries. Global Hunger Index is an annual report published every October by Concern Worldwide of Ireland and a German non-profit organization, Wealth Hunger Life. The Hunger Index measures countries' performance on 4 component indicators, that is undernourishment, child wasting, child stunting and child mortality. The Global Hunger Index aims to track hunger at the world, regional and country levels. JJ ranks countries on a 100-point scale, 0 representing no hunger. So the answer to this question is option C. All the statements are correct. Question number 15. Belt and Road Initiative is sometimes mentioned in news in the context of affairs of Options are African Union, Brazil, European Union and China. Here answer to this question is option D, China. The Belt and Road Initiative, known in Chinese and formerly in English as One Belt One Road, is a global infrastructure development strategy adopted by Chinese government in 2013 to invest in nearly 70 countries and in international organizations. The belt refers to Silk Road Economic Belt, which is a series of overland routes, while the road refers to sea roads, which is also referred to as 21st century maritime Silk Road. The initiative was incorporated into Constitution of China in 2017. The Chinese government calls the initiative a bid to enhance regional connectivity and embrace a brighter future. The project has a target completion date of 2049, which will coincide with the centennial anniversary of People's Republic of China's founding. So here answer to this question is option D. So that's all for today. Thank you for watching. We will continue with the next essay tomorrow.